Hello and welcome. We are here today presenting NSL, Norwegian Speaking Lessons. I'm here with my good colleague Morten, and my name is Magnus, and we are the teacher at the NSL. Just want to be introducing you to our heart behind this. Why have we built this online school? Morten, you have now taught a big amount of students, different levels. You help them to pass tests, help them to get jobs. You've seen many with different backgrounds that have tried different approaches of learning language. What have you found is really important when it comes to really mastering speaking Norwegian?
Well, me personally, who have followed these students from literally ground zero to maybe A2, maybe B1, a lot of them think that this is something I have to do on my own. While that is maybe 30% correct, I found that when we open up the classrooms, which very few do actually, that kind of encourages them. And not only that, they get to speak Norwegian in a more normal and laid back structure
Hmm.
than just your one-on-one teacher student. And I know even though a lot of students prefer one-on-one, I don't think they really know what will actually help them to get over that hump, so to speak.
Hmm.
So I think what we are doing here in NSL is actually speeding up the process where they can use Norwegian very, very well and very quickly compared to these classical formats of one-on-one.
Hmm. Yeah, I also seen the same that many who kind of have all these nerves around speaking in public. It becomes almost like this flight simulator, like this virtual reality almost, and it's very
Mhm.
positive and encouraging, and it's just very great to see how people are blooming and just get more and more confident. And what I've seen just trying to learn Spanish, that I get very stuck in my own patterns of like I always went to the same phrases and. Um, and then if something goes outside that, I don't really have the flexibility to deal with real life situations. And this is very common.
Mhm.
And kind of the big classrooms or the big groups usually don't give enough practice time on one end, so we don't do them. And the private lessons also becomes too like as this situation controlled environment, which doesn't really reflect as much as how you actually feel and what you experienced in real life. So this middle point of having like three, four, or five people together on the same level, working on the same topic, seems to me it really prepares people. And they keep telling me, and now I actually started speaking Norwegian at the store finally, and now I finally came over that hump. So I think that's one of
Right.
the big things, just growing that confidence and giving people enough practice time, but also they're learning how that other people are speaking, so they pick up phrases, and like together we become like Power Rangers. It's like together we become this next level person in one way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so there's many stories that has really encouraged me of feedback. Juan that passed the B2 test recently was very great to see. But you also have like these stories of like for example Evie that really saw this as the best way to learn Norwegian. And when she were learning, she basically were from almost a brand new beginner in Norwegian. But then she did the speaking training, and then she said, if you do this with only some uh, grammar training on the side, then you have like a complete system to actually practically prepare you to pass tests and to get jobs and to integrate yourself in the culture. But since then, we have really gone through and also made the grammar course and also included that so that you can now mix and match a package which also include that. So over at Udemy, we developed the course. And Martin, do you want to just tell us a little bit about the course that's on Udemy about grammar that many of our students are using on the side of the speaking and writing training? So what's your heart behind that?
Right. Well, there's actually to begin with, there was like, how do you learn best? Well, yeah, I need to learn grammar, blah blah blah. I need to speak, blah 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 blah. So I felt like, okay, we you have already like established this kind of speaking forum for the students. So okay, but I noticed there was a pattern of the same kind of grammatical mistakes that get like perpetually kept going. So I decided, hey, what about let's give them an additional offer here, and not just for our students, but anybody who has a desire to learn Norwegian. And I kind of took like, okay, what are the mistakes that they
Mm,
classically do,
mm.
and also what would I want to learn in a new language.
Right.
So I kind of combined them into 12 chapters, and I think it will encompass like, there's not a lot missing there, I think,
Mm,
for actually being a B1 student.
mm.
Um, so you can get the vocabulary obviously from speaking, but the patterns, the grammatical patterns, and the classical mistakes you can pick up in the course. So I feel this kind of completes the cycle of teaching Norwegian here.
Right, right. Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense, and the way I saw you when we made this course and going back and forth about what are like the main mistakes we see over and over and over again, and many makes these patterns in their beginning stages, and then we use a lot of time to correct those bad
Mm-hmm.
habits later on. So what I really liked about all the content when we worked on this was that you're covering the kind of the essential things, the things that really matters,
Right.
that actually, the word shifts and that little Wild West grammar of the prepositions, and really getting those things right early on, which saves a lot of time later. And just in
Yeah.
kind of this, also a bit of the kind of go along, do it with you approach of, yes, you're learning this grammar, but then immediately going down, okay, let's work on this. Here's the examples. I'll give you some space so you can actually work on these things in the video. But then I really like that we then also integrated into our the speaking and writing training, that you can also get this grammar lab support. And so guys, I want to just again take you behind the scenes here and show you this calendar that we have. So our students get access to this calendar, and here we have the grammar lab. There are 2 times, but there will be more over time, more time options than this. This is Norwegian time zones. You can see a little bit about the idea, when things might fit. And the yellow ones are like practice support for beginners, writing, speaking training in a very slow way, working kind of team efforts to go through different topics. And then the A2 and B1 are like either questions from you'll have on a test about society, and just interesting, typical everyday language. And the other one is even more practical, like role plays and observing pictures and getting, really working on vocabulary. So, and since there are different color codes here, then people will be actually with people on their same level. And that is also something that's been very important for us. But now with the grammar lab there, people who do the Udemy training can then get support directly from you, and then get their questions answered, get more training to how to apply it. And then they can also combine this with the appropriate level of speaking training and make a package. And so there's a file here that you can learn more about our background and how things works and which packages we have. And so I'll just share my screen a bit more here. And so you'll get this one. You'll see information. Here's our team. Lots of testimonials about people's results. It's very exciting to read. It's been incredibly helpful. That's highly recommended. And how we're engaged with people, and people who really couldn't really communicate, and now, talking about the patience and being supportive. And both you and I mean, Morten, we actually know how it feels to learn a new language. You with your
Yeah.
Korean, and I with my Spanish. It's like we can relate. We know,
Yeah.
and we really want to be the teacher we wished we have had. And I had hard time finding a good way of learning myself, and that was one of the reasons also I wanted to start this online school in a way that just, I would love to have, where I can grow my confidence and get the support I need step by step. So
Yeah.
you guys can see the process here. So if you're an A1 just in the beginning, you'll see the goals we take you through to get you over to B2, or you can, if you're already on B1 and just want to once and for all, stop feeling like that you're not able to catch up, or you don't get a job you want or whatever. We'll show you how to get over to the B2. So you have a quick start guide here, also with a video. It's talking more about the practical aspects. Here you got the different packages, and basically you get access to a WhatsApp group where you can get support between the lessons. You can choose between 1, 2, or 4 of these small groups a week. You can mix and match these, and we can help you. So if you already know your level, you can just follow the steps there in the welcome guide, and you'll see how you can do that. And the email, contact norwegianspeakinglessons.com if you have any questions. If you don't know your level, or there's certain things that are unclear, you're very welcome to set up a strategy call with Morten. He can help to in 15 minutes evaluate your level, help develop a recommended learning plan for you, and then see how you can get started. And you can adjust the frequency and the times, etc., from a month-to-month basis. And also you can reschedule. So if you have like from week to week, it changes up like when you can attend. That can be hard for some to commit to a course because of that. Well, we solve that by having a big flexibility, as long as you kind of keeping up with your monthly credits as it goes. Just like with audiobooks on Amazon, you subscribe to a certain level of amount of credits a month, and then you can change around the times and reschedule within 1 minute before. So do you have any encouragement, Morten, to some of people who have been following us for a while, maybe on social media, or just kind of reached out to us, but they didn't start, or just figuring out this just now? They're sitting a little bit on the fence of thinking, I don't know if I'm going to start now or not. What's an encouragement you want to give them?
The number one thing would be camaraderie. Like up in all of this, we have to learn grammar, we have to learn vocabulary, we have to learn this and that. What I take from this is a huge level of camaraderie between students who have like fixed lessons every week. They become a tight-knit bunch. So that also will, I don't know, probably by 50, if not 100%, help your way of or help you on your journey. I know we use these kind of lofty words like journey, the goals, but it really does something when you have familiar faces to practice with. So it becomes more than just Norwegian learning. It becomes a social event. So that has been probably the most encouraging thing for me, aside from watching people get over the hump from A1 to A2, A2 to B1, which is the biggest hurdle in every language. So whenever I see that we've managed yet again to do this, it fills my heart. So yeah, that's my encouragement, apart from everything that we've mentioned before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, great. So thanks you guys for tuning in. So that's a little bit about us and the things we're seeing that really matters about this training. So I encourage you to reach out to us. We are here to help you to onboard things in a smooth way. And so get the welcome guide and just take it from there. And we'll really hope to see you on the inside.